Hey, good morning. In Acts chapter 26, verses 13 and 14, it says, "About noon, your majesty, as I was on the road, a light from heaven, brighter than the sun, shone down on me and my companions. We all fell down, and I heard a voice saying to me in Aramaic, 'Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? It is useless for you to fight against my will.'" Now, as Paul was testifying before Governor Festus, King Agrippa, and his sister Bernice, he recounted the words Jesus spoke to him on the road to Damascus. "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? It is useless for you to fight against my will." Now that comes from the New Living Translation. And though it captures the full meaning of the phrase, it's not the actual translation of the words. Jesus did not say, "It is useless to fight against my will." That's what he meant. That's not what he said. What Jesus actually said was, "It is hard for you to kick against the goads." Now, a goad was a long stick with a sharp metal point embedded in the end. A farmer would use a goad to prod his oxen to move in the desired direction. It was not a gentle correction, and it often caused the ox to kick back at the farmer. Now, for the experienced farmer, that did not work, and usually brought him out about more prodding until finally the ox moved in the appointed direction. Thus, kicking against the goads became a euphemism for the actions of anyone who stubbornly refused to obey. In other words, God was prodding Paul to turn, but he was stubbornly disobeying the Lord. By doing so, Paul was only harming himself. Now today, as I thought on this, I had to stop and think on what God might be prodding me to do. Is there any area in which I'm kicking against the goads? I'm rebelling against God's prodding. Be a better witness? Maybe. Become more disciplined with my prayer life? Possibly. Forgive someone who hurt me? Yeah. Be more generous with my resources? Well, if God is goading me to do something, if God is goading you to do something, and we stubbornly refuse to obey, then we are going to be the ones to get hurt because of our disobedience. Pray with me. Lord, in those areas where you prod us in a certain direction, you do so with purpose, with reason. Oftentimes the reason is you don't want us to hurt ourselves. You don't want us, by our sin, to harm us or others. And other times, Lord, it may not be a sinful thing. It may not be a sin involved. You want us to go in a certain direction because there's some part of your will and purpose and plan that our obedience will fulfill. But the reality is there are plenty of times that we kick against the goads. We rebel against your prodding. We don't obey. Remind us, Lord, that our disobedience, that our refusal to listen to the voice of your Spirit and the prodding that you give is going to hurt us in the long run. I pray this in Jesus' strong name. Amen. Okay, friends. Hope you have a great day. God bless you. See you tomorrow.